Coast Salish itself is from the town of Hope, east of us on the Fraser River, all along the Fraser River to the lower mainland, over to Vancouver Island as far north as Hamalco and Campbell River. In the long ago, this family was just really full of anticipation at the coming birth of their child. And on the day of the birthing, they were just amazed because they didn't have one child, they had two children, and they were identical twins. And as time went on, when they became in their teens, many men from other villages and other territories came to see these two girls, and they wanted to marry them. And for the longest time, the chief and his wife were strong, and they held back from marrying off their daughter. One night, men from another tribe came and they kidnapped one of the girls and they took them north. And it turns out they went to Haida. Father was very, very upset, very angry about this. And so he called his family and his clan together, and they organized for 500 canoes to travel north to go and get this girl.
Coast Salish peoples were thought of as a raided people, not a raiding people. Or another way to think of it, they were passive recipients to attacks from northern raiders, whether it was the Lakwultak or Tsimshian, Tlingit, or Haida. There's a lot of defensive sites throughout Coast Salish territory. It totaled up to over 300 different defensive sites all through their territory. So that's a lot of fortifications and palisades, and some of these are distinctively Coast Salish. They're not copying other styles. For instance, the trench embankment fortification. Haida feature in many Coast Salish stories of raiding. Actually, two main groups of raiders, usually the Lakwultak or the Southern Kwakwak. The Lakwultak, they were a prominent group of raiders, but Haida as well. Particularly as Fort Victoria opened, sort of in the 1850s, Haida had a lot more reason to come down this way to trade. And while they came down, they raided Coast Salish villages, even way past Fort Victoria, went down into Puget Sound. But if we band together and attack them together as an army, we'll defeat them. And so they did. It's also interesting in how they ended. They used warfare to end warfare and bring things bringing people into family.
So they surrendered the girl, and they told the Haida that in 1 year from now there's going to be a wedding feast. We want you to come to it. The girls talked about this, and they would like the Haida to come. And so the wedding took place, and the Creator was so happy about this. And the ancestors on the other side there were very happy about this too. They wanted to make a monument of these two girls at the end of their life. They were transformed into twin peaks, these twin girls. They're known as the Sisters Mountains, and they're very prominent in the landscape of Vancouver. They're called the Lions Mountains by the settler population. They renamed a lot of our places.